this time we're gonna do it in English because we have a guest from Germany, Pisol, so he will join us like in 20 minutes. But the structure of this forum is gonna be like that. So 20 minutes we will spend. I will show you a short presentation about what I want to say about the motivation, because on the dance scene I'm like more than 20 years. So I was burned out and burned, and I was unmotivated many times. And for me, it was really a big challenge how to stay motivated and how to motivate myself in a really short time. So I will share with you my tips and tricks what to do. Then you will feel like bad. So I'm gonna show you like motivation 20 minutes, and this time I have timer here, so I don't miss it up. Because last time I thought, okay, it's gonna take like 30 minutes, and it took almost 3 hours. It was crazy because I want to share so much things with you. So yeah. And then second 20 minutes we will do a discussion with Pisol. So he is dancing also around 20 years, and his dance like go to dance really deeply, and also he travel a lot around the world, and he has a team, the crew with different kind of styles, and they open up the studio before the COVID, and now like one year they already have their own studio in Frankfurt in Germany. So he worked a lot with the motivation, with crew motivation, with his motivation, everything like that. We just talked with him, like we took a trip around the city. Yeah, and the third part is gonna be like real discussion. So we'll do some exercise. So yeah, and I will explain you what to do. And together it should take 1.5 hours, something like that, the most. Okay. And so let's start. Okay. Let's go. So 20 minutes. And yeah, welcome to Dance Teacher Forum. And what is the goal of Dance Teacher Forum? Is to create a professional, open and friendly coaching community where you can not only find solution and advice, but also use the experience to help others. The most important part, you can mentor each other, right? You can share your story, what was your problem, how you solve it, and probably it can help. And yeah, and it's very important to share with each other. So we believe that cooperation, sharing, communication, friendship between coaches from different styles opens up a wealth of new opportunities and faster progress, right? So if you be together, it's always good to be together with somebody. If you're alone, dance teacher usually alone. Even if you work in the studio, usually you're alone, you deal with your problems, and it's a lot of stress. So it's important to share with somebody. But if you go to share with your mother, with your father about your coaching things, they don't understand, and they want to give you advice, but usually it not necessarily helps, right? But if you have somebody who is from your, at least a dance teacher, have reach some goals and some have a lot of experience, right? So it's really important to share and ask the questions. And the one important thing I want you to know, people really love to help, because usually we think like that. Lithuanians, they don't want to share the information, but actually I really like to share my information, and I know a lot of dancers and teachers who really love to share. Maybe this information not so helpful at first thing, but if you ask many people, so you can have your own decision, right? So this is really important. Final forum value, as the competence of coaches grows, the value created for the students will increase, and the Lithuanian dancers will straighten. So if you become more professional coach, if you become more motivated coach, your students will win. You have to understand that. And if students win, all the community and the strength of dancers in Lithuania will grow. And of course, our countries will look for you, like for look how Lithuanians is so strong. So they start to ask questions and get answers. Okay, so this is really important. Next one, how to stay motivated. Okay, can you read what it says there? Yeah, science, how to stay motivated. Science of lost motivation, how to recognize. We will talk, it's like short things what we're going to do today, right? What we're going to talk with 20 minutes. So we're going to talk about science of lost motivation, how to recognize, second causes and consequences of burns. Burns is like lietuviškai išdegti. Okay, I just used that word, burns. How to recover, preventing burnouts, motivation and its sources, and how to motivate others. So let's go. So first one, what does burning out mean? Like išdegimas, выгорание. What does it mean? Nothing pleases anymore. You don't feel the joy, right? So you feel, oh shit, I don't want to do. I want to be in the bed. I feel bad. Blah blah blah. Next, I don't want to do anything. The same, right? So the first one is more about then you dance. You don't feel like much joy like before. But the second one, I don't want to do anything. Like, for example, I don't want to do like a breakfast for myself even. Like, yeah. Third, I'm on the right track. You start asking these questions by yourself. And fourth, why I'm doing all this? Yeah, because sometimes you're doing because you have inertia. You just used to do it, and you repeat it again like you did before. It's like, for example, you brush your teeth, right, every day, and even sometimes you don't want to do, but you just do because you do it all the time, right? So you ask yourself why I'm doing this, and it goes for a long time. It's not one day thing, okay? If it's only one day thing, maybe because it was sleepless night, that's it. But if it goes again and again, so yeah, I like this GIF, right? Yeah. GIF is great. So that is the impact on the students. So usually this is the statistics. These statistics you can ask your students is like average. Okay, so I said that 26%, it can be 27, it can be 30, it can be 15, but it's around. Okay, so 26% are internally motivated and don't pay much attention to the coach's change of mood. For example, you come to this class unmotivated or stressed, or you feel like some bad mood. So 26%, they have their own motivation. They just take from you like information. They dance and did not big impact. 57% notice that coach's mood has changed, get infected by it, and feel that they don't want to dance anymore. And then other excuses arise. They start skipping classes and then quit. So your mood directly have impact to your students, and the teacher is always motivator, is always person who give energy. Understand? And as the teachers, you know, like, okay, I give energy, I want something back, and if you don't get it back, so you go to unmotivated, and it's big like it's a circle, become like a circle. You're not motivated, the children's, like students, don't give you motivation back, like energy back, right? And you go less, you want to give less energy every time. So this is like circle. 17% attended for a short time and didn't plan to attend for a long time anyway. So you see 26%, like 25 or something like that, it's okay, but most others are just quit, and it has a big impact to the students. Okay, causes and consequences of burns. The difference between what we expect to happen and what actually happens. So the thing is, usually, if we have the situation when we feel bad, it's one of the causes is the difference. So, for example, I expect 20 students come, and then it's only like 5 students come or 10 students come, right, for the class, and you feel, oh shit, and it continues again and again, and the reality is worse than your expectation. But if your expectation, okay, if 1 or 2 students come, it will be great, but if more, it's crazy. So your expectation is different, and you like, oh shit, my motivation just growing, right? So you see the difference. Second one, absence of relaxation. So, for example, you from dancing, music, events, workouts, and so on and so on. There's a different way of thinking. And some dancers thinks, okay, I have to dance every day, like 8 hours, and no vacation, no. Every day I have to dance, have to listen to music, and work on that. Yeah, and this works sometime, but then you become like. Unmotivated because, for example, like a sugar, right? If you eat a lot of sugar and somebody want to give you a cake and it doesn't make you happy anymore, right? But if you stay away from sugar, oh my God, it's so sweet, right? Second and third one is concentration on negative aspects. So, for example, for us, for people, it's normal to see negative aspects because when back in the days when it was like in Middle Ages, right, it was really important to see if somebody hiding in the bushes. I mean, like wolf or bear. You have to be aware what's happening in the forest, right? This is why we listen. Oh, I hear bad sounds, right? Or something like that. So, because it can save your life. But nowadays, our attention works the same. For example, less students come, or students can't catch my move, or something happened bad, and you start to concentrate on negative things, you know. And you have to recognize yourself doing that, and then I will tell you what to do. Yeah, and the fourth, lack of fear of or fear of big goals. If you, for example, don't have big goals, you fear to set goals. It's also a big cause. Second, I start to, because 11 minutes left, so let's go. So what I want to say, everything happens here in the brain, and actually it's a chemical reaction to everything what's happening around you. So everything happened in the brain, and if you understand, like it's just chemical reaction in your brain, like bad mood, for example, right? Just chemical reaction. It's not you. So what happens? What happens? You think, okay, shit, it's not me. It's not because of something goes on around. It's just a chemical reaction. Something happens in the brain. And you can just, it's not me. It's something, what happened just for me. That's it. Understand? And what's happening when you understand that, you get energy to solve the problem. Because of course something happens around. Of course it's maybe because of your way of thinking. Maybe it's because you expected like the 100 students in your class, it came like 5. You know, but it's your problem because you expect like that. There's no reason to expect. For example, if you last year has 100 and you expect 120 this year, it's normal. But if you never had the students and then you want to have 1 million or something, it's too much, you know, and it's your problem, yeah. So you have to adjust expectation a little bit. It's just an example, and then when you understand that it's chemical reaction, you get the energy if you really. Conscious about that, and then what's happened, you get energy to solve the problem. Maybe I need to adjust, maybe I need to change something, maybe I need to figure out what's going on. Okay, so it's just a simple example. I will give you more. Okay, so how to recover from a burn prevention. So then you get this when you understand that it's only chemical reaction, you get some energy, you understand it's not you. You say, it's not me, it's just what happened to me, so I need to do it fast and recover fast. So first thing is thinking about, it's just an exercise. Then you think that worst can happen if you unluckily learn to be objective about what's happening around you. I mean, for example, if you say, okay, I'm start teaching, or I'm opening new group, right? Or I want to do a great choreography, right? Or I want to get prize on some event, and you think, okay, I need to do that, right? And you think, okay, what can be the worst scenario of that? Okay, you think, okay, I open new group, so I have to just give you an example for Paulina. For example, open new group, right? I have to pay rent, but in worst scenario, I don't get students, and maybe I can lose a little bit some money, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. It's a divorce scenario, I can cancel, that's it, right? And it's not a big problem, so you start to be more relaxed about that, and then you relax, then you can do good decisions, and then you can grow your group. And luckily, Paulina says her group just growing like like mushroom after the rain, right? Yeah. So the second one, take at least 1 or 2 days off of work. Don't listen to the music even in the background. This is real challenge. So we really adapted to listen music all the time. So we listen in the car, in headphones, even if you don't dance. And it's for if you are not a dancer, if you, for example, for me, I don't dance like physically right now, but if I need music, I use it with purpose. For example, I need to do hard work, then I put like crazy music, and I have more energy, because music is how to say, it's mood changer, right? Because you noticed, no music, I feel like, okay, if I put some crazy good music, it's good mood, right? So what happens with our students? If the music really hype, so the students want to dance more than without music, right? So it's make change and big change. But we adapted, like for us, it's normal listen all the time, even in the background. So it's really important to stop dance, stop listening to music at least once a day. And in my experience, I think I told you last time, so in some situation, I didn't listen 2 weeks, and for me it was like I didn't understand what's happening. I put the music, and after 2 weeks of none of music, fireworks in my head was like, I didn't understand. So what's happening? It's narcotics, or something like that. It's a drug. So yeah, be really aware about the music. Okay, third one, teaching your brain to see even the simple but good things, to enjoy them, but for this exercise. So, for example, you come to the studio, you have to see, okay, we have 10 students, 7 come. Don't concentrate 3 not come, but concentrate 7 come. Yeah, even if 7 didn't come, concentrate 3 students came, right? So try to find simple things and try to notice them and said, okay, but I have 3 students, but maybe it's good because I have 3 students. It's already like 3 souls came to me, Just an example. It can be, I try to be more like, not too specific, but you see. So try to notice the simple things and think about them, not about bad things. Bad things is more like, bad feeling is more about analyzing. So, but for this, for example, I didn't won first place, but for this I got good experience. So this exercise, try to use this as well, and use this as, in Lithuania, už tai aš turiu tą, neturiu to, bet gavau tą. In Russian, зато у меня есть это, я что-то потерял, но зато у меня что-то другое там появилось. Зато у меня хорошее время было, или там получил какой-то урок. Even if it's bad thing, think, okay, with this lesson I grow, and how I can grow with this lesson, because every day we get different kind of lessons, and usually some of them are unpleasant, right? Okay, and 4, to dream and set big goals for yourself and your students and write them down. So write them down, I mean like you really literally have to write down your goals, and usually you're going to say to me, Dima, I already know. How many of you write down your goals, I will ask. Because you can know you need to write down. But for example, I have in my room like all the goals I set down, and it's crazy that after 2 years you look and already like half of them are reached. It's crazy. You have to put them down, even like it's crazy goals. Crazy. I want to be like king of the world, like something like that. It's possible. It's crazy. So just put them down, and they can change and things like that. But it's not. It's like different workshop or seminar or forum should be about how to set the goals. Yeah. So next slide. Motivation and its sources. We have 4 minutes. Okay. It's challenging. Okay. So motivation and then sources. So one of the sources, dream and goals. So first of all, you have to dream. If you dream, for example, for me, I'm watching the clips with the different artists, and I imagine I'm the artist, or I imagine I'm a dancer with them. I dance with them. So it's how you feel great about your dream, and then you set the goal. Second, monitoring the process of the students and myself. However, I don't know, it's covered a little bit. Oh shit, I can't move, no, whatever. So, monitoring the progress, monitor. For example, sometimes some teacher says, my students come and they say they're unmotivated because they don't see the progress. I say, okay, you came on September, now it's like, for example, December. You feel the same as September right now as a dancer? I say, oh no, you feel better or worse? Shit, I'm better. Understand? You have to ask them and challenge them. And also you have to ask yourself. For example, I'm not good teacher. You can say to yourself, but to say, okay, am I better than last year? Hell yeah, of course you're better. Then you start to notice the good things. Yes, so you have to track the progress. And track the progress with different system. You can put on calendar. You can put the schedule. What you do. It's absolutely different topic. Okay, so I just. Want to tell you it's possible, right? Okay, 3. Our coaches 7th ATC seeing what it's possible. So if you see some coaches reach the goal, big goals, you can come, ask, speak, go to the workshop, motivate yourself, go to the event. It's always motivates because you see it's possible. If somebody did it, it's possible. Sometimes people do impossible things when nobody did it. Yeah? You understand that? And they did it by themselves, but maybe they see the example from different sphere, not especially from dance. Okay, maybe for example, maybe in a sport somebody did it, maybe I can do it in a dance, right? Even if I'm gonna be like pioneer in this kind of particular goal or sphere. Okay, 4, success stories, so it's almost the same, see it's possible. 5, continuous learning, never stop learning, because from USSR, how to say, many people learned, but we finish school, then we finish university, and then that's it, we don't have to learn anything, we already specialists, professionals, etc. And this is, most of the people from Soviet Union, they think like that, like, I'm finished school, university, that's it. I'm like super professional, nothing will change in my life, and I already learned everything. It's not true. And the more things you learn, more things you understand that a lot of things you don't know. You know that stuff, right? So just continuous learning, take a course, go to workshops, read books, all the stuff. Just every single day do something a little bit, maybe watch a podcast, whatever. Do something, okay, every day. Have like a habit, have like, I don't know. Even, some people say, I don't know what course to take. Maybe it's not good. Maybe it's too expensive. Maybe this podcast is useless. Maybe this book is not like so important. But, do at least something, and then you find out is it good or not by yourself. Because your brain will say you, don't do it. Because brain tried to save energy. You are not your brain, okay? Brain is like chemical things, blah, 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 and they say, we need save energy, don't do anything. You have to say, no, I want to learn something new. And you can trick your brain, really simple thing. Oh, it's done. I'm sorry, I will continue a little bit, okay? 2 minutes. Yeah, you have to say it to your brain. You know that exercise for sure. When you say, okay, I'm going to read book for 1 minute. If I don't like it, I quit. You know that exercise. Just do it. It's really easy. You trick your brain, and then you see, oh, it's a nice book. Okay, you're going to read more, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes like 2 hours. You agree on 1 minute, and it takes like much more. Okay, so what do you do? And what do you feel most motivated by on there's anything else you haven't mentioned? So this is the question for you. Maybe I didn't mention something and you do something else. So so maybe you can share with me or with everybody. If not, we continue. For sure you have something. But we will do maybe in the third part. Okay. How to motivate others? The best way to do this by your own example. In addition, it's also important to set challenges and goals. I'm talking about this again. Teaching new things. So teach yourself. Then you learn something new. You can teach something new. 3, providing the best conditions. It's not good to compare to, for example, it's not good to compare yourself with somebody else, with different person. It's not good to compare, for example, if you have the, for example, dance room condition, right? Like how big room is, if there's a lot of mirrors, how stereo is good. But it's good to compare with yourself. Okay, this time we have this place. Next time we're gonna get bigger place, for example, right? Or this time I'm like this, but next time I improve. I go to learn something new, and I become better teacher, right? So it's teaching new thing, providing the best conditions. So what you can do, you have to do, right? 4, telling how dance changed the world for the better. So you always have to remind for yourself. For example, for me, dance changed my life. I have vision. I get many friends. I feel fulfilled. I feel great. About dance. I met a lot of people. It's a lot of things, and I feel great because dance changed my life totally. I don't want to expand. So Importance, 5 is importance, to show what everyone is visible, their opinion matters, etc. So how to motivate others, right? Like students, for example, when you talk with the students, you have to remember their name and listen what they're telling, even if you think it's not important, but you have to listen and find what is important can be in their words, for example. Just sing good things, I mean, right? And which of the things listed here do you use? That else do you do? So you can just, I don't know, screenshot, I mean like take a photo or whatever, and think what else you can do to motivate others, because there's much more, but I just try to put 5 some important things, I think. Okay, and thank you for your attention. Thank you for attention. Yay, happy dance, give. And we try to do this forum every, like regularly, like every month. And yeah, welcome suggestion of the topics. If you want to offer some topic, what you want to discuss, to talk, so welcome, you can write to us or tell me just after the forum. And video from the forum can be found on our YouTube account, Skill Studio LT, and Facebook event. So thank you very much. Okay, cool. So I already introduced you a little bit before. So thank you for coming. We have chairs and we have a microphone. So I will ask you questions. Still here. And we have 20 minutes just to stay on track, on time. Yeah, and yeah, so it's really interesting because this forum has different structure than last time. A little bit we're trying to be try to get more value, to bring people more value, and yeah, let's go. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Yeah. So hello. It's a big pleasure to have you here.
My pleasure. Thank you so much.
You have to come closer. Okay. So can you tell me a short story? Like maybe in a few sentences. I mean, then you start dancing, and how many challenges with the motivation you had, if is it possible to count?
When I started dancing? Yeah, okay. So I started 20 years ago with dancing in 2004. And I think in all these stages, there were different challenges to stay motivated, because as many as you know, maybe in the beginning, it's difficult to stay motivated to maybe practice twice a week. Then when you become professional, it's difficult to train once a week because we have to do all the business and stuff. Then at the same time, next challenge, you have to stay motivated because you do business and so on. So I think in every stage of dance, there are many challenges. For now, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, roundabout like this.
So it's almost every year. You can be like unmotivated, even if you travel around the world. You see many different countries, many different students, right? How many countries you visit with dance? Can you count? Is it possible?
I think I can name a few and then we stop. So it's Germany, it's Lithuania, it's Latvia, it's Spain, it's Italy, it's Greece, it's Switzerland, it's Austria, it's Korea, it's Madagascar, it's Gambia, it's New York, it's Sweden, it's Denmark, it's Norway, it's, yeah, you count it? Yeah, no? Cool, okay.
Yeah, so every single year, almost every single year, even like we can cut COVID, right? Put on the side because it was a big challenge for everybody. So even without these big disasters, I mean big things in the world, it's still there's a time when you feel unmotivated, right? And I don't know how long people here dance and how many times they was unmotivated, but maybe we can start with the beginning. Like for example, then you just start as a dancer, right? You start as a dancer, like, and you said twice a day, right? Twice a week to dance. And usually you have a lot of students as well, like in Germany, right? And do you have these situations with your students? They stand unmotivated, and how you solve the problems, and how you help them to solve this unmotivation in students?
Okay, so first of all, I think there is no blueprint how to solve it, unfortunately, because if there was, everybody would do it, right? So I think it's a good thing to be sensitive to your students. But some things always work. So we can talk about those tools. I think, first of all, especially in hip hop, it's important to bring the students together, because as soon as you give them a place where they feel comfortable, where they feel welcome, where they can bring like all their troubles, their joys, their thoughts, their mind, like really everything, their homework, as soon as you give them this safe space, this place, they feel comfortable, right? So for us, it's like a good thing to give them a space where they feel like, oh, cool. They don't feel like I go to training today. They feel like I go to my friends today, kind of, right? So this is definitely one thing, to give them a frame where they feel comfortable, right? And I think the rest is really, really sensitive. Sometimes you have students, they are unmotivated because they broke up with their boyfriend and they are 12 years old. So, but it's still a serious thing, you know. I think another thing that really, really always works, and the rest is really like personal, be mindful and give them attention. And I think this is quite almost everything, because as soon as the students feel like, hey, this is my place, this is my home, and all my problems, my mind, like there's someone who will take care of it. I think that's already a big step. Yeah, these two things.
Okay, cool. This is very important, I think. And we just talk about how to motivate students, how to bring, to give them attention, to make safe place and everything like that. But if it's you as a teacher, and nobody make a safe place for you, and nobody listen to you, how to motivate yourself in this case?
Yeah, that's right. I feel like it's important to, like we used to have this conversation today, and Dima said, either you lead or you follow, right? But don't get stuck in between. And I think that's true, because if you know where you have your position, you always know where you can look up to or where you stand right now. And I think it's the same thing. So for me, I also need motivation, right? And so that also means that I need some teachers and some people who motivate me, right? So I can easily do that by, first of all, take classes or watch other dancers. But for me personal, I am more put these things out of life, right? So also it can be totally different, but for me personal, it always helps to reflect. For example, when I came here to Lithuania this time, like until 2019, I was here very, very often, and then it slowed down a little bit. So before I came here, I watched my footage from Skills 2017, right? So I felt like, oh, wow, that was you when you was young and fresh. Yeah, let's go. It motivated me. But also, sometimes it's also good to do something totally different. Maybe you go out in the nature, maybe you spend time with your family, maybe you spend time with your friend. But at the end of the day, what is for me a big motivation always is to put like a bird's eye view, because sometimes we're too stuck in the situation. Oh shit, I have to do this showcase. No. Take your time, take a step back, reflect. You have to do this showcase maybe on Saturday. Okay, cool. But remember what you did last year. Remember what you did 2 years ago. Remember what you did 3 years ago, especially maybe you guys. My students, they just start freestyling, right? It's like a totally new thing for them. And maybe 1 year ago, they were afraid to just go into a cypher and dance. They didn't do it. Now, their problem is, how do I pass the pre-selection? So if they now don't pass the pre-selection and they are frustrated, I'm like, hey, I put them here now. I say, hey, like, just think about last year, you were scared to just step into the cypher to dance in front of people. Now the cypher is no problem. So now the next step is the pre-selection, right? So I think it's also very important to take this bird's eye view and always take a step back and see, okay, how far did I come? Where have been my goals maybe last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, and where am I standing now? And then I think like you can always be proud of yourself and, keep going again.
Okay, cool. So, as I understand correctly, so there's a few things. First, one of the things you have to step back a little bit, right? To see to the situation from the third place, like from as a third person, right? Also, to see the progress back in the day, right? What was last year, 2 years ago, and that's it, and so on. And also, you, as we talked before, right? Like, or your leader or follower. So you have to find the strength to look after better, like teachers, whatever. Not better, but just to see what you can do else, right? And where's your place, right? To understand what is your path, where you're going. Because usually, maybe you can, because you're in this process, right, with the showcases, classes, work, wherever, you can forget where you're going, exactly. Right? So you have to remind yourself why you're doing that, right? And where you're going with that. If you don't know where you're going, just decide, right?
Thing. And also take your time to, like I said, take your time to get inspiration from your older brothers or older sisters, right? For example, we today took this walk through whole Lithuania. I feel like 10,000 kilometers, he killed me today. But we've been talking so much, and I received so much, and it was not even only dance. It was basically, I think, no dance at all. But for me, it's the same. When I'm home in Germany, I have like my big brother, my senseis, my mentors, and I don't have to dance with them. Most of them are not even dancers. But when I go have dinner with them, and they tell me about like only how they work, maybe they do something totally different. It's not dance, but they tell me their work structures, like how they wake up in the morning, how they prepare their food. I'm like, ah, shit, okay, that's inspiring me. I can try that too. So the leader and follower thing is an important thing. So for me, I know when I lead, but I also know when I follow.
Okay, nice. So basically, you have to be as a leader. If you want to people lead after you, you have to be a follower for somebody, right? So it's because it's. I think it works like with the respect. If you want everybody, not everybody, but some people respect you, you have to respect somebody. Right? So, yeah, okay, it's really nice, but it's also like an example, but you don't have to say, hey, I respect everybody, you know, I motivate from that, I get motivation from this. Yeah, okay, so we talk in words, I just want to take one particular, some kind of, situation you really had, you really remember, maybe not COVID, but even maybe with COVID. What was biggest and you feel like, oh shit, I have to quit, you know? I have to quit. Maybe remember something? Yeah. Okay, and how you solve that? Maybe you can reconstruct that. Maybe you can remember step-by-step guide, right? We want guide? Okay, so the first thing, situation, and what you did, and situation, what you felt, inside, and then how you find the energy to solve it. Let's go.
Okay, that's a hard one. So the first question is really, really easy. I have been through the nightmare of every dancer. From 2020 until mid of 2021, I was not able to walk proper. Yeah, I got injured so hard that for more than 1 year I was not even able to fix my own food. So this was the worst time of my life. I killed my left ankle, like in total, like I had all the injuries you can imagine, and even the doctor said, if you will ever be able to walk again, you're fine, but dance, forget it. Yeah. So this was the hardest time, not because of the injury, but because of it took so long, right? You wake up every day with pain, and every day you feel like, and I mean, I'm human, you know. Before I had 2019 was one of my hardest years. We won the Just Debut in Korea, and I was on tour for the first time, and so on. And I felt like, okay, now I'm ready to do the next step, and then at the end of the year, up. So this was definitely the hardest time because, you feel like you're Superman until you fall, right? And how did I solve this? This is really, really difficult question. I think it's many, many things. I try to figure out some. First of all, I had I was so fortunate. I had always good people around me, always. And they really took care that my mind does not go to a dark place, right? So I had always my crew around me, my family, my older brothers, my older sisters, and so on. And I had a really, really, really close friend. And I remember there was one phone call at night, because usually at night I didn't sleep a lot because the pain, and your mind goes like, you know, I have to make a living out of dance. I'm fully independent dancer. I do nothing else. So I felt like shit. I was scared about the future. So at night, most of the time I was up. And then I talked to a friend, also like we said, one of my big brothers who inspires me. And I remember this phone call so much we were talking, and I'm a religious person, right? And then he told me in the end, bro, remember, it's forbidden to give up hope. You cannot lose hope. You cannot lose hope. And these words went into my mind like crazy. Like, it's not even a bad thing to lose hope, but it's also forbidden, right? So I felt like, wow, this is powerful. And at the same, few nights after, maybe you know Paradox from Netherlands, Kevin Paradox, also like a very, very great dancer. I talked to him as well because at the same time he also had ankle injury. And this is the next point that I want to figure out. Surround yourself with people who have the same experience, right? Because that makes you feel like you're not alone. Because at that point, when I got injured, I thought I was the first dancer in the world ever who got injured, right? I felt like everyone can dance, only me, I'm injured. The whole world is dancing, I'm injured. It's trash. Everybody goes through this. So if you exchange with people who goes through the same, only that you know that you're not alone, gives you a little step back to say maybe, he made it. Why shouldn't I, you know? So the first thing, surround yourself with good people. Make sure that they take care of you, because being alone in such times, being unmotivated is really, really a dangerous thing. Second thing, surround your people also with people who've been through like similar situations, because they will show you a way that they did it. And then I got so inspired. I felt like, wow, I'm sitting here with my ankle like, and out there are people, they had like worse injuries, and they made it back to the dance, right? So this is the second thing. The third thing is stay creative. Then when I started teaching, it was 2 years ago, I started teaching first on a chair. I was not able to stand. So I came in class with the crouches, boom, music, and I did all the all this kind of stuff, right? So stay creative. I read something 2 days ago. It said, the opposite of depression is not joy, it's expression, right? You see the word, depression, expression. It's the opposite. So we have to create, and it's true. At this time when I practiced, I still have videos. It was trash because I was moving, like this. But my mind became hungry again. And I feel like, I don't know if it's true, but I feel like only because of this that I went back to being creative. And I went to the practice, I sat on the floor. And I started doing floor movement and everything I can, And just being creative, I feel like it reminded my body to be like, hey, heal. You're needed. Because if you view yourself as, I'm injured, I can do nothing, your body just follows. Your body is like your tool, it follows you. But if you say, hey, you're still important, I need you, your body will recover. Because, like maybe, I'm not 100% sure, but 7, 8, 9 months after that, I recovered. And I recovered in a way where the doctor said it's not possible. Right? But I saw myself dancing again. I made these visions. I said, okay, I go back on stage. I don't care how. Maybe I sit on a chair. Then I do something new. But I will go back to dance. And the funny thing about this is, so it's these 3 things. 1 year after that, me and my crew, we've been doing showcases since 2015. Right? And we're doing many show competitions. So at this year, we created a new show. And one piece of the whole show is on chairs because I was injured, right? So we did showcase on chairs. And you know what funny is? Last year, we won more than 3 or 4 competitions with this show, even in Paris. And then in Paris was funny because the guy, after he came, what was the inspiration for your showcase to use the chairs? I said, because I was injured. So it's these 3 things. And you should never underestimate them. Because like when we have some time, maybe I will show you pictures. I was not even able to walk. I was like, I know I'm still skinny, but I was like, But I came back and you guys took class with me today, so you saw it, right? So it's these 3 things. Surround yourself with positive people who motivate you. Also exchange with people who've been through similar things. And make the vision first and your body will follow. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, applause. Crazy. We have time. I want to ask another question, but I was into the story because you didn't tell me before. It's really crazy. It's crazy. So make your surrounding, right? You remind yourself you're not alone. right? Then you talk about to ask if somebody go through that, right, and what they did, and maybe focus not you only one dancer who has an injury, right? It's not only you. It always happens to people, not always, but sometimes happens. And then to see yourself as a dancer. Still as a dancer, even if you're on the chair, right? So yeah, it's really important, and I just want to add, it's really important to see you as an identity, because I know many people don't see themselves. For example, they can be a teacher like 10 years or 5 years, whatever, but they don't see themselves as a dancer. And it's crazy, because then you because why? Because your surroundings say don't be a dancer because it's not a good professional, right? With ATC and blah blah blah. But then you decide, okay, no, I'm gonna be a dancer. So it changed absolutely everything. You become more like, you start dance better. You start feel better about everything, because it was like squeezed a little bit, and then your body follows. It become more flexible, become more like more power in your body, and everything comes like more easy, right?
Even the way you walk, you know this from your regular day. Sometimes you feel like this, then your posture is like this. Sometimes you feel like, okay, this is my day. Today I'm gonna be a girl. Let's go. And even this makes an impact, right? Because if you walk like this all of your life, you will mess up your back. But if you sit like this, if you stand like this, it changes. So this is the first impact, and then you go to all these things.
Yeah, cool. Okay, I just do this. Okay, maybe. Okay, this was really a big thing, and maybe last one. Like I tried to do a short question. So, how you motivate you, like in small things daily? For example, you know you have to go to practice. You know how you have to prepare the choreography. You know how you have to like do things you really don't like to do, even like paperwork. We talk about a lot of like documentation in Germany. Like you said, 70% of your work is documentation, not dance. So how you motivate yourself to do that? Hopefully it helps, because it's also a big topic. Let's go.
Okay, so first thing is structure. You need structure. Everything becomes way more easier if you do certain things at the same time of the day. Don't go freestyle. Trust me. Yeah, sometimes we dancers, I have to do my tax thing, I have to do the paperwork, but first now I will do freestyle, and then I will do the Netflix, and then, no, it doesn't work, trust me. Do it every day at 9:30. Do it for only 20 minutes. Yeah, but do it. Put structure into your work. Second thing, if you put structure into your work, stay consistent. Because the human, as you know, gets used to everything after 30 or 40 days. Everything. If you want to wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, try it. You know what the problem is? The problem is not that you will fail. The problem is that you fail after 6 or 7 days. You know? But after 2 weeks, trust me, it works. When we did the Just a Boo training, where there was this one book, it's called Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. It's about morning routines. And we did this, and we've been training every morning.
Grew, right?
Yes, exactly.
You read the book Miracle of the Morning.
Yes, exactly. And we've been training every morning between 5 and 7 in the morning. And we had this WhatsApp group, and we also had to post videos of our rounds, me and Slunch, when we were getting ready for Just a Boo. And my crew participated because, you know, surround yourself with good people. And the first 10 days, I hated this shit. I woke up, and I was supposed to do the thing that I loved the most when I hated everything the most, you know, like 5:30. But after like 10 days, 15 days, I felt like in the morning, okay, let's go. I felt like it was more calm. I felt the music is more clear to me and stuff, you know. So structure is a really, really, really powerful thing. Really, really powerful thing. First thing. I think this is the most important one.
Yeah, this is actually important because there is a book, Atomic Habits. Maybe you know that. You know, you read it? No?
No, I didn't read it.
Yeah, it's a really bestseller, Atomic Habits. I read it during the COVID. It's about how to make a good habits, and then habits make you.
Yes.
So it's, for example, if you do sport, then your habit to do sport, you understand the system. And there is like 4 steps how to make how to have a habit. One of them is sign. For example, I give you an example. You go to the bakery, it's a sign to buy a cake, right? It's a sign. If you don't go there, you forget about that, right? So you say about structure and about the time. So if you have a particular time to do some unpleasant work, but it's time to do that, so it's a sign to you to start it. So for example, if at 9 a.m. I do like mailing, for example, so yeah, it's 9 a.m. I have to do it. So, and it's signed. Second one, it's like 4 steps. So second one is you have to desire that. You really want to think, oh shit, I need to do it. I want to do it. You need to find the why. You need to understand, okay, if I do mailing, maybe I get some opportunities, maybe I get more students. You need to desire. Third one is to do the process actually. And fourth is get reward.
Exactly. Yeah.
Get reward, yeah, because later what reward can be like if you do sport and when you go to eat cake, it's not a good reward, right? But if you do a crazy dance by crazy music, even if you're a dancer, because dancers want to dance like beat kill, do that some crazy, like technique, blah blah blah. But if you just put some crazy music and just do it by yourself, just feel good, and it's very important to feel good, and it can be reward. And even, for example, if you do mailing, and you get a reward, for example, get a breakfast after that hard work, so it's also a good reward, right? Even if it's not really tasty. So read that book, The Magic of the Morning, right? Miracle Morning, and Atomic Habits as well, and all the books will give you more understanding about the structure, because unpleasant work, it's actually unpleasant maybe only for you, because some people, for example, we have in studio, we have accountant, and she's really love counts, numbers.
She loves digits. And
But why is that? You said, this person born like that. No, because somebody like teacher maybe say, oh, good job, good. You have to, as a teacher, you tell to the students the same, right? You say, hey, good job, you did a good choreo, you did a great job, blah, blah, blah. But for yourself, you have to say as well. You have to say for yourself, if you do like hard work, you did the hard work, don't forget to say, it's good job, man, let's go. You have to say it for yourself, and it's really important, because we forget to say greetings, or say appreciation for yourself, right?
Exactly. Yes, I wanted to add that one as well. It's so important. And you can be fine by yourself, because sometimes we are so strict with ourselves, and we are so, what do they think? Listen, the first time I've been to Lithuania, I think in 2016, we had like more than 50 people in class.
Yeah.
I felt like a superstar. Yeah. Today, I had 4 people in class. I still feel like a superstar. See? Because it's about what you do. You have to appreciate yourself, right? So this is really, really true, and I do it. I do it by myself. When I came here on Wednesday, and right now it's the Ramadan, the fasting month, right? That means we don't eat and drink from sun up till sundown. So I came here Wednesday morning by flight. I ate the last time at 5:30 in Germany, took the flight, went to VILNIUS, went to workshop, gave class, went to the hotel. I felt like a rock star. I was like, yeah, you're the best. Yeah, you did it. Yeah, now have some water. So you really, it's so important, especially when you grow up. Unfortunately, we don't do it anymore. When we were young, we did it, right? Like, yeah, I did my first battle. I'm Michael Jackson now, yeah. But now you're like, yeah, I did my job. I did the workshop, cool. No. Celebrate yourself. It's so important. And if you don't do it now, get used to it, Do something that you like. For example, it's something totally strange, or something totally different. During the COVID, I totally got into plants. Yeah. So I went to the plant center like 4 times a week. And like nerd, like super, okay, what's this name? I learned all the Latin names and stuff. Okay, this one is called this one. Okay, it works like this. You have to put this soil and stuff. So it was something totally new. So think like a kid. Remember when you were a kid, you were like, you go to the playground and someone has the football, the other one has the basketball, and you went to both. Oh, let me see the football. What you do? Pop, you have the basketball. Nice. Pop, pop, pop. Right? And now we are like, we don't do it anymore. We are like, yeah, I'm a dancer. I get inspired by dance. No. Open your mind to get inspired by everything. and open yourself to get rewarded by everything. And if it's plants, it's plants. And if it's like good food, I just found out that you have this Volt food app. And I was in my hotel room, like, I'll take this, boom. And then the guy came with the bike. Yeah, at you. Okay, boom. You know? So, and I felt good. And even now, today, I told the students as well. I went from 50 students few years ago to 4 students today. I still feel good. And next time I will come back, we will have more. Trust me. You know? So it's this.
Okay, it was great talk, and thank you very much. I think we have to finish second part right this because it's more things coming up, right? And it's really nice to have you. And yeah, thank you for coming again. Thank you for agreeing to talk here. It was really big pleasure. You agree?
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. Okay, make some applause. Thank you very much.